If I was starting an online business again in 2026, especially over 40, I wouldn't start a YouTube channel. I wouldn't build a course, and I definitely would not call myself a coach. I'd start with something way simpler and way more profitable. Because once you see this, you're going to understand why so many people are stuck building the wrong business from day one. Now, I've spent the last decade helping purpose driven creators build businesses around who they are, not just what they know. And the biggest shift I've seen, it's not tactical, it's philosophical. The ones who succeed don't start with platforms or funnels, they start by asking better questions. So let me show you the one question that reframes everything and why the answer to it is the business. Now, just a quick note, if you're already feeling this, tap the like button so that I know to make more content like this for you. Now, most people don't fail online because they lack motivation. They fail because they start with output instead of judgment. More content, more platforms, more noise. Now, you might be saying, but Stephen, I've posted every day for a year and nothing's working. Well, in 2026, information is everywhere. AI has killed generic advice. There's no shortage of tutorials and templates. What's rare now isn't knowledge, but it's context. Now, if you're over 40, that changes everything for you because context isn't something you've earned. It lives in the decisions you've made, the consequences you face, the careers you've left, and the responsibilities that you've carried on these shoulders. You're not short of value. You're short of a frame that reveals it. Now, actually, I would love to know what's one piece of wisdom that you've earned that no tutorial could ever teach you. Please drop it in the comments because I read every single one of them. And that leads us nicely to the one advantage no growth hack can replicate. See, if you're over 40, you've lived through decisions that had consequences. You've felt the pressures of providing. You've navigated career pivots. You've made sacrifices that don't fit into a bloody tweet. And I bet you've even said, I didn't choose growth. I chose stability because my kids were starting school. I needed to be present. You see, you don't just know what to do, you know what not to do. That's judgment. And in this economy, it's actually currency. That's why experience, real lived experience, is worth far more than another tutorial because it carries weight. So, how do we turn that weight into something people will actually pay for? Well, here's the business that I built in 2026. Actually, it's what I already run. You see, people don't pay for information, they pay for answers to their situation. Now, let me say that again. People don't pay for information, they pay for answers to their situation. Yeah, therefore, I created the Heart Brand Creator Circle. Now, let me tell you how it works. Someone joins the circle, they send me a real question that they're facing. Might be a challenge, a pain point with video, whatever. The question lands in my inbox, so I then make a short video response and send it over to them. That video then becomes part of our searchable answer bank, and then, with their permission, it becomes a future YouTube video. Now, I had a question the other day. I think it was something like, what's the smartest next step for me? I've got a course, but I've got no sales. Is that where you are, maybe? But that's the question. And the video becomes an asset for them, a training for others, a topic for YouTube, a magnet for future members. This is what I mean by relevance over reach. Your business becomes a filter, not for followers, but for the right questions. And if you want to see this in action, I invite you to come and join the Heart Brand Creator Circle. It's where you see this whole engine living and breathing. There'll be a link around this video for you. You see, YouTube isn't the business. It's the distribution arm. Your insights start with real questions. Those questions build trust. That trust builds community, and that community builds your business. It's a circle, like a flywheel, a system. And the best part, the more real the questions that you answer, the more your content resonates. Because it's not theoretical, it's lived. One reply becomes a video answer, a short video, maybe a full length breakdown, and eventually a paid product. Now, tools and AI can help, but they don't replace your wisdom. They just scale it. Leverage scales wisdom, hustle does not. Now, if you want to build something similar, I've made it stupidly simple for you. It's called the Online Business Builder AI, a guided tool and a short workshop that helps you map out what you know, who it helps, what questions you should answer first, and how to structure it with no tech overwhelm. It's the next step if you're ready to stop guessing and start building, and you'll find a link around here somewhere. Now, let me just reiterate this. You're not late. You're actually early to the right model. The future doesn't belong to the loudest creators, it belongs to the calmest thinkers. And if you're over 40, your experience is not baggage, it's the business. Now, you've seen the business that I'd build in 2026, especially if you're over 40. But what if the real thing holding you back isn't strategy, but it's thinking like a YouTuber? Well, watch this next to learn why visibility actually kills your momentum and how a business first mindset changes everything.